Good afternoon. I'd like to give you an update on the situation as it stands right now. The wastewater leak is contained, and there is currently not a risk of additional discharges to Riviera Bay. Construction crews were able to expose the break late last night. They were not able to complete a repair. As a result, the estimated completion of Tuesday is no longer accurate. As you probably know, aging infrastructure is a national challenge. This section of pipe was installed in the 1960s, and about a mile of it, right here along San Martin Boulevard, was budgeted for replacement in 2025 for a cost of about $3 million. This project is being accelerated, and rather than patching a section of the pipe, a complete replacement of the pipe is going to be performed. While I understand that this may be inconvenient, we believe that it is better to do this once and do it right, and not have to come back and interrupt this community in 2 years to do this replacement. Water quality sampling is ongoing and will be posted on the city's water quality website. Please avoid contact or activities in Riviera Bay until the results of the sampling show that everything is safe. I thank you for your understanding, and I'm able to answer any questions at this time.
How much did you say this project that will now be expedited will cost, and about how long, I guess, of time is it that you replace it?
So we have about a mile of pipe going from the north side to the south side, crossing underneath the San Martin Bridge. It was originally budgeted in 2025 for about $3 million. And as everybody is probably aware, costs continue to escalate. So that's kind of the bottom rather than the ceiling of what this project could end up costing. But accelerating that project and doing it earlier could actually save money.
When will the work begin?
The work's going to begin immediately. So we're going to start by bypassing the system in order to ensure that the risk of discharges from the older pipe is eliminated. So we're going to put a bypass pipe to bypass the system while we install the new pipe.
What's the length of repair time on just installing the bypass system?
That could be anywhere from a month to 2 months of installing the bypass system.
How exactly, what happened to where the wastewater was discharged over into the bay?
So the cycles happen, go up and down with the activity that people use their wastewater. We hit a high cycle of wastewater and the pumps couldn't keep up. And so what we did was called in additional resources from City of Clearwater and City of Largo. I want to give a shout out to them for responding and helping us get it back under control. And so we were able to get it back under control and have a higher capacity pump now and able to actually divert some of the flow so that won't happen again.
Originally, what was the call for on Friday when you guys came out?
The call for on Friday was for a leak. There was bubbling water. A resident called to inform us of the bubbling water. We dug down on it, but there was a lot of debris and we could not actually get to the pipe. And it wasn't until late last night that the construction crews were actually able to remove a lot of the large concrete and debris that was used to build the causeway, the San Martin Causeway, to be able to actually inspect the condition of the pipe.
How long do you think it'll take for that expedited permanent?
So replacing a mile of 24-inch ductile iron pipe is a huge job, $3 million plus job. So we anticipate that to take between a year and 2 years to do the full replacement. That's why we need to do the bypass so that we have a reliable way to transport that wastewater while that full replacement is being performed.
How is it set to be replaced?
The age of the pipe, we know that we wanted to replace that pipe, and we took advantage of the opportunity that they're replacing the San Martin Bridge. The counties, Pinellas County is replacing the San Martin Bridge. We wanted to be ahead of their schedule. So we knew the pipe was aging, we knew they were replacing the bridge, so we wanted to be ahead of their schedule. So that's why we put it on the capital program.
Is there anything that crews did wrong that caused that wastewater to go into the bay?
No, everybody was doing everything that they possibly could to try and protect the environment. I can't help but give enough credit to our crews that have been monitoring this 24/7, and all the crews from our neighboring municipalities that came in and brought additional resources to help manage this.
Because originally, I think on Friday was 600 gallons. How did it then increase to 10,000 on Saturday?
Yeah, so when we had the pumping operations, it was based off of the flow at that time, and there was a spike in flow that occurred, and within 10 minutes the hole filled up. So it was faster than anybody could really react.
What sort of disruptions in that next year and a half or so are the residents looking at?
You'll see some minor construction, some temporary road closures. If we have to do bypass pumping or piping, we're going to make sure that anywhere where it crosses a roadway, we're going to go underground so it's not impeding any traffic. You may see some bypass pumping laying on grade along the roadway in the grass, but anywhere where we're crossing traffic, driveways, or anything, that's going to go underground.
How do you communicate with the residents in these neighborhoods when something like this happens?
We communicate through public notice on the city's website, through press releases that you all are privy to, but then we also contact directly with the Homeowners Association's presidents. And so we've had several email correspondence with the Homeowners Association's presidents with the hopes that they get those out to their community. And then even last night, I myself and Ivy Drexler, the senior manager over wastewater operations, walked around the neighborhood and knocked on doors just to ask anybody if they had any questions and give them an update directly.
And John, just to add in, the meetings, neighborhood association meetings, you guys are regular fixtures there as well.
We participate at invitation to neighborhood association meetings. So.
Any impact on wildlife seen yet?
There's been no impact in Riviera Bay. There was a fish kill reported in the pond to my south here. There's actually some concern about the aeration pumping that was there. So we're trying to figure out what exactly caused that, whether it was related or not. But at this point, we think it may have something to do with the aeration pumping that was turned off, because that pond normally has an aerator, and that aerator had been off for a number of months.
We're in the middle of storm season. We get a storm, what kind of problem with this car?
That is why we're accelerating the bypass pumping. Once that bypass pumping is in place, we're as good as a new pipe.
Any indication of how long it will take to test the water and allow people back into the water?
We usually have good results within 2 to 3 days. So I would not anticipate anything going beyond 2 to 3 days. So.
Thing that you're going to do to try and keep people from it, or is it a completely?
We do signage and notifications. That is our typical process.
Hold on a second, John.